Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl. If you are new here, make sure you like this video and subscribe because there are tons of other videos that I'm sure you will enjoy. I am so excited for today's video because I love vision boards. I am a visual learner, and so when I see something on the wall, something that is pretty aesthetic, something that draws my eye to it, I get so excited, especially when there are moments where you're like, what are my goals for this year? What did I say I was gonna do? You just look at your board and you are so inspired to keep going and achieve those goals. But also, even when you're not thinking about it, when you look at it, you're subconsciously working towards those goals because deep down you know what you're trying to achieve, and so every single day's actions lead up to achieving those goals, believe it or not. So I know it's February and a lot of people start in January, but if you're Hispanic, you still celebrate the holidays in January, Los Tres Reyes Magos, you have the tamales, the rosca, like the celebrations don't end in December. They keep going until the New Year. So we're going back into work or we're going back to school. We're all coming back to something. So for me, it was a lot to start my vision board in January, and I really wanted to enjoy it and not feel like it was another task. So I'm starting it in February and I just feel a lot better about it. I was able to sit down and take my time and really dig deep into what I wanted to achieve this year. So a lot of churches start their new year with the word of this year for our church is blah blah blah. The word I chose for this year is vulnerability, and I've never done like a word of the year. For some reason, vulnerability kept coming up when I was going to church, when I was talking to my husband Alvin about my goals, and just really looking back at my year. Vulnerability was one of the words that just kept coming up, and so I believe that vulnerability is the word for me this year, and it's something that I'm gonna work towards and really implement in my content and in my day-to-day life. And so if there's any word that comes to mind that has been coming up in conversations or that you feel in your heart that it's the word for this year, make sure you put that word on your vision board. Before you start your vision board, I want to encourage you to not focus or choose the things that other people are choosing that are trendy. If it's trendy and it's something that you genuinely want in your vision board, for sure, put it on there. But if it's something that you are just putting on there because everyone's doing, you're already doing the vision board wrong. So don't do that. Focus on what you love, what you want, the goals that you want to achieve, and put those on your vision board. So there are many ways to do this. For me, it's easy to list them out. You could do categories, so lifestyle, school goals, work goals, and then make a small little vision board for each one, and then put it in a big vision board, like a big poster board. For example, you could do a finance page on a Word document, or like I used Canva. I tried Word document, but it didn't really work out for me. So create a little finance vision board page, and then so on and so forth. And then at the end, you're gonna print them out and then put it on a big poster board with all of those pages on it. Oh, girl. Okay, my screen went to screensaver mode, but what's up there is my vision board that I created. I just wanna leave it up there so that you guys are kind of inspired by all the visuals. You could see that I have like a color pattern that I was going for. And so it really keeps me like happy and motivated when I look at it. And I just wanted you guys to be inspired as well. People say that you have to put your face on the people that you're including in your vision board so that it could be more realistic. Put your face on like a girl's body because you want her abs, go for it. I think I've done it in the past with that, but not with everything. Also, be very specific as to what you want. If you want a pink Jeep, put a pink Jeep, don't put a gray Jeep. And that is why I've moved away from using magazines, because you can't really choose the color of the car or the type of car. You cannot be very specific. And so Googling images, going on Pinterest, which is my favorite place to go, I will literally type in what I specifically want to achieve, and then I'll paste it onto my vision board. When you're creating your vision board, feel free to like put a candle, get some coffee, put some music, dim the lights, whatever you want or whatever you need to inspire you or get you in that mood of like, this is what I want, to focus on your goals and your dreams and your aspirations. Go for it. I didn't do the candle thing. I just like a nice quiet space with some coffee and some food. At the end of the day, don't worry too much about how it looks. What I mean about that is don't try to make it perfect or like super pretty. The goal is to get you to complete these goals. And so as long as you have those visuals up there, it doesn't have to look like everyone else's vision board. Just start somewhere. Print out some images and put them on a poster board, and then keep adding as you go through your year. And you see a photo that inspires you, you print that one out and you post it. Don't get so lost in wanting it to look so perfect and pretty that you don't even create it, that you push it back, and by the time you know it, it's June and you don't have a vision board because you were so stuck in your head. I'm gonna show you the vision boards that my husband and I created so that it inspires you, because they're not pretty. They don't look like the one I created today. Dollar Tree 99-cent store posters. Get the cheapest one because it ends up being folded at the end of the year. I'll share what my side has because I don't know if Alvin will be comfortable with me sharing his side. Basically, I just put like an inspiration for our apartment. It was the first time us living together. It was my first time moving out of my parents' house, so I found it like an inspiration for an apartment decoration. We had a little patio. I wanted to compost. We wanted to save money to buy a home, and we put marriage preparation courses. I can tell you, we achieved marriage courses. We saved the money. We got a life insurance policy. We were able to decorate the house. Not as much because we weren't there for long, because then we bought a house with the money we saved, and we decorated the outside patio, but not like to the extent that we wanted to. But I never did my compost bin. I would say like most of these were achieved except these two, and maybe this one as well, but some big goals were achieved that were on this vision board. This one is for 2021. A lot of these were achieved. We moved to a credit union. Alvin graduated. I've been working on YouTube. He got a gym membership. We bought a Roomba. I have this exact container for all our papers. We got organized. I think we ended up going to Mexico in 2022, but it was still achieved. We did go to these places, which were beautiful. I read my Bible. I got lavender plant. We got a lemon tree. I tried growing herbs and it didn't go well in the Arizona heat, but I tried. We bought our home, and one of the big ones here was to renovate our kitchen, and we didn't end up doing that. So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the book Atomic Habits. I think that's what it's called. And I believe in it. They talk about how you can achieve something, you can make a difference in your life if you decide to do something small every single day. It's not about like doing 5 videos in one day. It's about choosing to edit that video that one day, and then the next day record another video. That's just an example. But at the end of the year, imagine you made very small choices to do something, to achieve a goal each day. 365 days. There is no way that you are not going to have any type of success at the end of the year. So if we stop thinking about it like I have to do so much in every single day or each week, we might achieve things. I'm taking that this year and really making decisions every day that are gonna make a difference in my future. It may hurt in the moment, it may be tiring, I may not feel like doing it. I still have to do it because emotions are fleeting, and if we wait to feel happy or we wait to feel like doing something or like achieving that goal, we may never feel ready. We may never feel like doing it. So you just have to start now. Even if you have to drag your feet, just literally do it. And sometimes, like I showed you our vision board, you don't achieve it that year, but you'll end up achieving it the next year. But it's so awesome that it gets achieved at some point, and you get to look back at your vision board and say, wow, that was on there. I was able to achieve this. So along with putting photos, you also should put affirmations. So for me, I would put vulnerability, consistency, other quotes that I find on Pinterest, and I'll scatter them around the vision board. It also makes it look really pretty. Also, don't shame yourself for putting things that you don't see on other people's vision boards while you're searching online as to what other people's vision boards look like. Don't shame yourself for not finishing it. Don't shame yourself for it not looking aesthetically pleasing. Don't shame yourself for what you want, the desires of your heart. Just put what you want, and it's a personal vision board. You don't have to show it to anyone, and you probably shouldn't if you're not comfortable. I also believe in manifestation, so putting your mind to something and it becoming reality. But I am very careful with how much power I give that word. And what I mean is, I don't want to believe that I manifested something without God. I like to bring it back to, well, how did God allow me to complete this goal? Did I give him thanks for opening certain doors? Did I pray for these things that I have in my heart? I strongly believe that God puts desires in our hearts, that we have dreams that he allows us to have, are things that he wants us to achieve. And sometimes we may get it wrong, but that is why it's so important to have a relationship with God and really lean on him when you're putting things on your vision board. And if you feel with these goals, I have God as my partner and we are working on this together. So I am putting my part of believing in God that it's gonna happen and believing in his timing, but also putting in the hard work and dedicating myself to accomplishing these goals. But at the end of the day, whatever was achieved, whatever that was manifested from the vision board, was because of God, because he allowed it to happen. Now, don't get so caught up in the end goal of like, if only I can have that thing, if only I could have that house. I believe God wants us to have nice things, but maybe sometimes this is not the season, this is not the year. Do not focus so much on the end goal, but enjoy the journey. And this is so cliche, but this past year I have learned to love the journey, and it is the hardest thing to do, because I remember when I wasn't in that mindset, I was like, I can't, I just want it, I just want it, I just want it. Like, I want to be there because I know if I'm in that house, I'm gonna be able to do all of this with this house and I'm gonna be so happy. But honestly, it's like, have you ever had the experience where you wanted something so bad and then you got it and you're like, oh, well, that's it? Like, I thought my life was gonna be better, or I was gonna be happier, or I was gonna feel different, or I was gonna be different, and it doesn't happen. It ends up being disappointing. And it doesn't happen all the time, but when you build something up to be so great, it could leave you very disappointed. So that's why I say enjoy the journey, because it is so fun to work towards that goal. It should be fun. And if it's not fun, maybe it's not the right goal. Maybe it's not the right thing. Maybe you want the thing for the wrong reason. So for example, I want to grow my YouTube channel. Why? Because I want to be an entrepreneur and I love creating videos. I genuinely have so much fun editing and adding sound effects and fart sound effects and like zooming into my weird faces, being goofy. That is what makes me happy. And so I enjoy the process of like, I want to get 500 followers, because that means 500 people are watching my videos that I pour my heart into. And this year my goal is to get 1,000 subscribers. But if I don't get that, I'm not gonna stop. And therefore I am enjoying the journey. My editing skills are getting better, that I'm getting better at being in front of the camera, that I get to look back at my videos and show my kids or show my husband or show my family like, this is what we did, or this is the dumb thing that I did last week. Make sure you're enjoying the journey as much as you can, because it'll make it so much worthwhile once you get to that goal. And you'll be so proud. You won't feel like you wasted time. Overall, it's just the best way to go about it. Now, if there's a goal that you have and you're like, maybe I'm too old for that, or maybe it's too late in the game to want to achieve that or accomplish that, let me stop you there and encourage you that if it's something that is good for you and that you believe God put in your heart, don't worry about how you're gonna get there, how you're gonna achieve the goal, because that is God's part that he's gonna help you through. He's gonna be the how, but focus on the what. What is it that you want to achieve? There are so many actresses and actors that started late in the game and are super successful. There are so many entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals who started in their 30s, 40s, 50s and are successful because their calling wasn't in their 20s. It was in the age that it happened for them. So it's never too late. You're never too old to complete a goal or to start something new or start a new hobby. It is so beautiful to see people of all ages doing something that they're genuinely passionate about. And God will work all things out. He will be there and make the way and open the doors if that is your purpose and that is where he wants you and that is the dream that he put in your heart. So don't worry about the how, but worry about the what. What is it that you want to achieve and accomplish, and work towards that goal. Dream big on your vision board. When we dream big, that means we rely on God for our dreams and not ourselves. That means we need His support to get to our goals, because we can't do it by ourselves. At the end, make sure you surrender all of this to Him. I hope this was inspiring to you. I hope this encourages you to start your vision board today. Write down your goals for your day, your weeks, your months, the quarters, and the whole year. The sky is the limit. Make sure you go hand in hand with God in these dreams and these goals, and you pray for them and you give them up to the Lord and work towards them every single day with a small atomic action, and you will see how much you will achieve at the end of the year. I believe in you guys. I'm so excited for you guys to create your vision boards. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and you like this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.